Chapter 1: Rebirth of a Parallel World. You are listening at FameTV.info. Earth. On a certain highway, a minibus with more than 20 passengers is driving. Most of the passengers in the car are drowsy, and occasionally a few awake people also play with their mobile phones. Li Fan was not sleepy. He leaned lightly on the back of his chair, looking out the window in a daze. He is 25 years old and has stayed in the provincial capital after graduating from college. He is one of only 3 college students in their village, and his parents are very proud of him. Even now, when he returns to the village, the villagers will greet enthusiastically. The college students are back. But what about college students? After so many years in the provincial capital, the deposit has not exceeded 20,000 yuan. In the end, he finally got into a big company, just when he thought that his life's chances finally came, but he was fired a few days ago. Because he ran into his manager and put his arms around a woman in affection, and that woman was not the manager's wife. As a result, the manager randomly found a reason and let him go. This is really a bridge. Suddenly Li Fan became a little bored, and the city was disturbed. He decided to go home for a while to accompany his parents. Then plan your future well. Thinking about this, Li Fan suddenly felt that a white light shot at him sharply in front of him. Before he could react, the white light had submerged into his body and disappeared. Immediately afterwards, Li Fan felt that his consciousness was blurred, and soon he knew nothing. Blue Starsishian passenger transport station. Li Fan looked at the strange stars on the billboards around him, and listened to strange songs coming from the street shops, feeling a little dazed. Is it really crossing? 2 hours have passed since getting off the car, and Li Fan still felt a little weird. He is no stranger to traversal. When reading online novels in his previous life, the protagonist often travels to rebirth. It's so difficult this time that he has become the protagonist. On the minibus, I was in a coma because of a white light. When I woke up, I didn't notice any changes. The car was still that car, and the girl next to her was still that girl. Why does the whole world feel different when I get out of the car? Fortunately, after 2 hours of buffering, Li Fan had calmed down from the initial panic. Moreover, he confirmed through his mobile phone that his parents, relatives, and friends are still the same as in the previous life and have not changed. My mother also knew that he was going back today. Everything was the same as in the previous life. This calmed him down completely. What he fears most is that his parents and relatives are gone after crossing. He could not imagine the helplessness and loneliness of his elderly parents after losing themselves. Li Fan felt that as long as his relatives and friends were still there, no matter how the world changed, it would not be terrible. Moreover, maybe this is an occasion that changed my life. The rebirth of the protagonists in online novels changed their destiny because of rebirth. Now, God has arranged for me to be born again, which is probably the blessing of my previous life cultivation. Although I didn't even find a girlfriend in my previous life, I still have a healthy body and care about my family at all times. This is not necessarily a blessing since it was arranged by God. Li Fan felt that he should first understand the world. The best choice to understand the world is of course the internet cafe. It looks like it's really crossed. Li Fan sighed as he browsed the web page. What is that white light? This is no longer the Earth, but is called the Blue Star. The current country is called China People's Republic, or China for short. It is still the most populous country in the world, with more than 2 billion people. Most of the historical development of China is very similar to the previous life. It was not until the end of the Qing dynasty that there was a significant difference. The Taizu of China overthrew the rule of the Qing dynasty, repelled the invaders from all sides, and directly established the China People's Republic. Since then, it has been in stable development. In the subsequent World War I and World War II, it has always played the role of a powerful country. Up to now, China ranks among the top in the world whether it is military, technology, or economy. It is one of the top 3 powers in the world, but in a small way. The historical development of China is somewhat different from its previous lives. For example, there are fewer myths and legends here than in previous lives, and there are fewer works in the Book of Songs. There are no 4 classic masterpieces here. There are Tang poetry and song poetry here, but there are no great poets such as Li Bai, Du Fu, Bai Jui, and Su Shi. There are no martial arts masters such as Jin Yong, Gu Long, Liang Yusheng, and so on. Internet literature has not yet appeared. Now the most popular is martial arts novels. Unfortunately, after the new school of martial arts, the originator of the school Yangxing Fengbi, there have been no outstanding martial arts novels. Li Fan browsed some news randomly. The new singer Li Fei is promoted to the second-tier star. The first-line superstar Zhang Yueying's new song received mediocre response, and her career will focus on film and television in the future. The martial arts master Luo Yi Wuhan's new book is officially released. Little Fairy King Yang Jie officially joined Sunshine Children's Magazine publishing house. This year's poetry conference will be held in the Magic City. The more Li Fan looked at it, the more he discovered that although China is now advancing by leaps and bounds in technology and economy, it lags behind in terms of entertainment and culture. Whether it is novels, songs, or movies, there is a big gap between it and the previous life. He couldn't help getting a little excited, and the rebirths were indeed well. Being. If I copy the classic works of the past life into this world, I don't know what it will look like. Money. Honor. Or is it being treated as a guinea pig for slicing research? Thinking of this, Li Fan couldn't help but shudder. Forget it, don't think about it, I'm so dizzy now, I don't know anything. It's better to go home first, take a good rest, and then carefully consider future development. Since God arranged for me to be born again, then I can't lose the face of a high-end profession like rebirth. It's too early, go home first. Before leaving the internet cafe, Li Fan deliberately went to the bathroom to look in the mirror. Well, the appearance hasn't changed much. The self in the mirror was slightly thinner. Although not much handsome, he has a good-looking face and sharp edges and corners. Especially the skin, showing a healthy complexion unique to men. Look carefully, it's still quite temperamental. Li Fan nodded in satisfaction. Li Fan's home is not in the county seat, so he needs to take another bus to get there, although the name of the county has changed to what is now Zixian. Fortunately, the name of the town has not changed, so he can easily find the bus back to his hometown. Li Fan's hometown is located in Sanqing Village, Longshan Township, Taiping Town, Z County, a place with beautiful mountains and green waters. The Baiyin Mountain behind the village is also famous in the county town, and occasionally people from the city go to play. Go home. Hey, how do I feel that I have overlooked a very important thing? Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.